Twice a year, the Norfolk District Attorney's Office and Stoughton Recreation Department present a summer basketball clinic for students in grades 3 through 8. Each session, about 3 dozen kids take part in the 3-day camp, which is organized by Stoughton resident Paul Wilder, who works in the DA's office. Stoughton resident Carl Bowen, a former basketball coach at Southeastern Regional, helps run many of the drills. In addition to learning some fundamental basketball skills that will help the students on the court, the kids also hear from guest speakers who go over life lessons that will help them off the court. The summer session of the camp kicked off on July 12th at the Stoughton High School gym.
It's fun, and I've never played basketball before, so I have a bit of an experience for when in the fall when I sign up for it, I'll know what I'm going into.
Well, I like that they work on basic fundamentals of basketball because, like, if some kids my age, when they grow up, they want to be like pro players. They have to know the basic data and they have to know the basic stuff about basketball to become legendary players.
I know a couple of the faces around here. There's a couple that I know. I haven't arrested anybody here. We got some good kids here. I'd like to see the participation. I was an athlete for the Stoughton High School, so I think athletics is a really important part of growing up and working with coaches and learning and teammates and playing together. It gives you a lot of values that are going to help you growing up. Being a part of a team is something that I am still a part of today. In every aspect of my adult career, after being a part of many teams, that's what I do basically when I started working for the Sheriff's Department. I worked in a team, a group of people, and then, when I was lucky enough to get hired by the Stoughton Police Department a long time ago, I became part of a team again. Teamwork is a huge part of your future, I hope. Great thing about coming out and participating in these camps is you get to meet so many different people. You guys learn about that, making good decisions, not only on the basketball court, but when you're outside, when you're at school, when you're playing with your friends, how important it is to make good decisions, right? I mean, that's a big thing, right? Making good decisions. It's not easy to make the right decision, but if you think about it and you give it some consideration and know that if you do the right thing, it's not always easy, but the right thing is gonna keep you safe. Right?
I get to do good things like this. I tell people somewhat tongue-in-cheek that one of the things I get to educate people and have kids work together, because I think playing sports, if people start talking to each other on the basketball court, they're going to talk to each other in the schoolyard, they're going to talk to each other in the neighborhoods. And some of your best friends you're going to meet and you're going to grow up with. Some of my best friends are now attorneys in Norfolk County who I went to, one of my good friends, I used to ride a bus to elementary school with him, and he's an attorney down in Quincy. So people that you meet over the years, especially playing sports and on the schoolyard, very important. And those lessons about, you see a team struggling sometimes, and you get out there and one person is pulling all the weight, and the rest of you guys, oh, forget it, and it's awful. Well, ironically, one person can pick up a whole team. How many times have you made a substitution coach and someone comes in and turns things around? Well, this is one of those chances in a case like this so you guys can help each other out. And that's all. We think the lessons you learn here are lessons that you can apply to school and at home and in the neighborhood.
He's a purebred English lab. 2 types of labs, AKC registered, an American lab and an English lab. The American labs have the long snout on them. Randy's got the kind of big blocky head with the short snout. I told you, see his nose working, he wants to go to work. You see the nose is constantly up in the air? He's saying, Dad, why are we in here? Let's go to work, I'm hungry, I want to work. As you can see, he's a very passive dog. The most he'd do would be jumping up on you. He might scratch you, not by any means of himself, but he's a good boy. He's very calm. And like I said, we have a lot of drug seizures out there. We've been very, very, very successful throughout the years. And it's a contribute to him. He's a hard-working dog, and I'm just as we call it, I'm just the dope on the end of the rope. And I follow him, and he takes me where we need to go. Like I said, he's 3. He's about 68 pounds. I keep him under 70, and he just likes to play and likes to have a good time.
They had a lot of influence on the kids, and I thought that was really good for everybody. Good life lessons.
The guest speakers, I really liked how they shared what they did, because that's really important, like the defensive attorney and the district attorney, how they help people that do crimes and stuff like that. I think that was really important information for us, even younger kids, so that when they go back to school, they will even know about that data and be able to advance it on.
Don't buy drugs and don't drink beer underage.
Crowd. You know what makes you cool and in the good crowd? Being right here on the basketball court, playing sports, wearing that sports jacket with your name and your number on it, walking through the halls and the girls wanting to date you, or the boys wanting to be with you because you're athletes, right? Not because you're using drugs at a party, not because you're drinking beer in the woods. None of that. None of that is cool. None of it is. This is cool right here, being an athlete.